Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hi, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you to our talk show. I'm sure you might have gone through the thumbnail of this live session. Yes? Okay. All right. Well, this isn't any English show. It's going to be a show where we just don't talk about English. We are going to talk in English. And for sure, you're going to have a lot of fun. Just confirm me yes if you're able to see us and hear us as well. It would be really easy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can see people's comment as well now. Amazing. Amazing. Well, I believe that this show is all about the language, the laughter, the learning, and the journey we all are here for together. Every Sunday, sharp at 7. Now, coming forward, we'll be live with one of our amazing guests, a certified and experienced tutor from EnglishYaari family to help you clear your doubts, solve your queries, and give you real solution that works for sure. As today marks our first episode, and we couldn't have any other better guest for the session, please welcome Tutor Renu Dayal with me. I can see Sachin saying hi. Good evening, Tutor Renu. How are you?
Good evening. I'm so happy and excited to be on this live session and a very warm welcome to all the viewers today.
Amazing. I see Ratnesh, Sachin, Mohammed saying good evening to you. Please take the evening greetings and then we'll start the session.
My warm regards to each and every one of you there.
Thank you. To all of you who don't know Tutor Renu, of course, I'll hear a lot of her stories, her sessions, things, what she has to bring here. I'll act as a host. I'll be basically a bridge between you and your learners. So, whatsoever questions they are going to ask Tutor Renu, I'll straight away direct them towards you, and then the ball is in your court. Okay. Amazing. So I see people writing over the comments as well. So to tell you about Yuta Renu, she is an IELTS certified and business English coach. Uh, one of most loved mentors on the platform who has delivered 800 plus sessions. So today we'll have some discussion, candid discussion with her, so that this is one such session where you can ask your doubts. Secondly, in case you have any questions about learning English or problems you encounter with English, you can just throw your questions one after the other. Tutor, before I tell them a lot about you, because I have a lot to say, by the way, about you, why don't you introduce yourself to them?
Thank you, Shruti, for this introduction. I'm honored. Well, to begin with, I started my journey in a Fortune 500 company working in ITC as a marketing executive. But subsequently, I got married and motherhood took over, and now I am also the mother of a proud doctor. But my journey of English teaching has started almost 2 decades back. I came to Bangkok, and let me tell all my learners that I'm based out of India. I belong to Delhi, but I'm based in Thailand for the past 23 years now. And I have touched the Indian expat community here by teaching them Indian mythology, Indian scriptures, education in human values. And I'm first of all very honored to be doing this noble profession, and I'm still continuing to do so. All my learners who started their English learning journey and this Balvikas journey, I'm a Balvikas guru. They are now successful engineers and doctors. And
Very
now
nice, amazing. That's good to hear. I feel you are bringing a blend of knowledge along with warmth so that with spirituality they are able to tune themselves and not just be a good speaker but be a good person in general, which is the most important thing in life, I believe.
absolutely, Shruti. And now about this journey, I am now a IELTS trained teacher, a business English and communication skill coach, and I have been taking online English spoken classes, almost uh, more than 800 plus classes on EnglishYaari and other platforms too. So I'm really enjoying this profession. I'm passionate about my profession, and it gives me so much of happiness to see the learners achieving their goals and reaching out to them according to their levels, needs, and abilities. is something which I really enjoy doing.
Tutor Renu, as we were thinking about this talk show, I thought that we'll not plan things out. Let's keep it as raw as possible. What kind of questions my brain would just pop up, I'll ask you directly, and we'll take few questions that the learners might have for us in the chat box, right? Many times when we encounter learners, they always have this question in mind: Ma'am, how did you learn English? How can we speak like you? I want to know how Renu Dayal became Tutor Renu Dayal.
Well, I think it is thanks to all the learners. I discuss, I always feel that teaching is the best form of learning. And by tutoring the learners, I have so many takeaways that now I have a formula for teaching English.
All
As you know,
right.
we have a formula in math. I teach them by formula of English, and that is something which is very interesting and makes them learn very fast.
Okay, I would love to hear the formula in English for sure because I've never encountered one. We have, discussed a lot, especially with algebra and algorithms in mathematics. Tell us the formula of English.
Okay, for instance, Shruti, someone whenever is asking us a question about yourself, like, tell me something about where you belong to. So, people give very long answers and, unstructured answers. I tell them to use the first formula, IMC. The name of the formula is
IMC.
IMC, called
Okay.
Introduction, Matter, and Conclusion.
All right.
So, for example, which place do you belong to, Shruti?
I come from Haryana.
Okay. So, that is your introduction. Do you like Haryana?
Indeed.
Why do you like it?
Well, it has a lot because of its history and rich culture. A
And
lot
also,
of
it is your
sports.
hometown?
Yeah, I'm born and brought up here.
Right. So, that is your conclusion. I like Haryana as it is my hometown. So, you gave your introduction, you gave a conclusion, and rest all is matter. What it is famous for, what is the local language spoken, what are the local festivals celebrated, what is the local food, how are the people like. And in this formula, if you give me an answer through this formula, you will see that you will not be making many errors in your tenses, vocabulary, because you have a structure. You have a structured answer. So you just have to think like, I belong to Haryana. You tell the matter. Can you structure this answer, Shruti, now?
Surely, and I must tell you that initially, when I was learning this language, I encountered one tutor, and the tutor told me if you learn something with structure, it's way easier for your brain to program an answer or think faster. For example, if you want to narrate a story, so you can just start with when did this happen, why it happened, who were involved in the, if it was a place, what place you were at, the situation. So you just think about what, when, how, where exactly, and you'll be able to answer because you should know the how to ask the right question to your brain in order to get the right answer. Am I right?
Absolutely. And now when you structure this answer, you'll see that you are not having any problem in the tenses, in the grammar, in the vocabulary, which we as non-native speakers struggle to have it. And we try to make very long sentences, use complicated vocabulary, and in this structure, everything is so simple and precise.
Yes, I think Kavya has messaged us that so overwhelmed to see this amazing episode and really looking forward to learn from you a lot. Okay, so we are looking forward to get amazing tips and tricks from you. I got just a question and I thought take it directly. AK Shankar says that, "Hi ma'am, I feel nervous while speaking in front of someone. What should I do?" So you've given one way, which is structure your thoughts, structure your answers. What would you like to say him?
Yeah. See, we should be, first of all, very active listeners to the question. There are some tips and tricks of speaking English. First is active listening. When we all say that, what is your goal of English learning? It's fluency. I want to be a fluent speaker. Everybody forgets that, it's also about active listening. If we do the active listening, we will find that a half of the few words of the answers are in the clue of the question itself. For example, if I ask you what is your favorite food, now instead of saying for a very long structured answer, you can just say that my favorite food is biryani, for example. Here also, I would like to give a formula to my learners. The second formula is
Wow.
FER.
Okay, I've heard FIR. Let's know about FER today.
FER gives you a very straight formula. This is called fact, emotion, and reason. Fact,
I would
emotion.
request people to write it down because I think it's important that you get. Say she's bringing the ocean full of knowledge to you. Try to gather some. Please go ahead, Miss Renu.
So fact, emotion, and reason. For example, if I ask you what is your favorite color, so the fact. So I'll say my favorite color is blue. That is the fact. The
True.
emotion I like. I like the color blue as it's very calm and peaceful color and it looks good on me. The reason. So you have given the fact, you have given the emotion and reason. So you have not given a monosyllable answer. Pink, blue. You have extended the answer with the form.
Okay,
So
so whenever
again,
somebody asks us about our opinion or take, that's when we should follow this
yes,
method, FER.
I love. Suppose if I say that, what is your favorite food? Suppose you love pasta, right?
I
So you,
anyway do. No
okay.
worries.
So how
Please.
will you formulate your answer with this formula, Shruti? Using I love the emotion and the fact and the reason.
So I like pasta is a fact, of course. There's so many things, by the way, but still okay. And then I have to give a reason. I like pasta because of its. I like white sauce pasta because it's bland. It's not that spicy, neither tangy, so it's a balanced flavor for my palate. And what do I say next?
So you are a advanced learner, right? So you can extend your answer. But how for a simple learner who's just a beginner? My favorite food. My favorite food is pasta. Now the emotion I like or I love. You can use either. I like pasta as it is very delicious.
Simple answers. Firstly, we should
Simple
go
answer.
with.
Go with simple
Yes.
answer. I like pasta as it is very delicious. Or my favorite food is biryani. I love biryani as it is very spicy and delicious. So you have given a reason. So next formula I always tell call SPC, which is simple, precise, coherent. Your
Okay.
answers should be simple, precise, coherent. Before that, active listening. Once we are active listeners of the question, we definitely know. And then we know the structure. Okay, if it is a longish answer, you can give an IMC concept. And if it is a short answer, you can give a FER, fact, emotion, reason concept. So you see the structuring of your answer becomes so easy, so simple. I never advise anyone to go in for complicated vocabulary or long sentences. What happens if you use these kind of sentences? Somewhere the person who is absorbing your answer is also not able to absorb more, and whatever you are saying, he or she will be able to, three or four sentences correctly. That person will be able to absorb, and it is easier for you because you are structuring it in such a way that you are keeping it simple, precise, and clear. One more very, very important tip is the power of pause.
True.
The power of
I've
pause.
literally heard so many people saying, especially when they're in their learning curve, that I need good vocabulary or I should use some fancy jargons or phrases. No matter how many times you tell them that beauty lies in simple things. If you are able to communicate your thoughts without haywire things, it would be still perfect to serve. And you've told that be specific, be precise. It's okay, you don't have to put so many things into it. Keep it as simple as possible.
Shruti, because I feel, what is the purpose of learning a language? Tell me.
To be able to communicate your thoughts and share your emotions well.
Absolutely. We are learning language to make communication easy. That is where we forget the essence. We are learning language to make communication easy. So that is why it's essential to learn it that way also. in a
Yeah, keep
sentence.
it simple. Don't stress too much. That's what Tutor Renu has to say. Follow structures as easy as possible. And to give you an example, all of the learners who are watching us, although we have a lot of games for you today, but before that, we are just trying to focus on one thing. Firstly, keep things as simple as possible. That's what Tutor Renu suggested. Follow structures as much as you can, because if your brain is not ready to understand the thought process, it would always give you overcomplicated things. That's when you complain, I don't get the right words at right time, or I have a lot of thoughts but I'm not able to say that out. The idea is simple. You have a quarrel here going on and your brain is juggling with so many things. So follow a structure. We have shared the fact one, then we have been FIR. I'll remember from this, but it is not FIR.
That's a very good way of remembering. That's a very good way of remembering. When you'll remember FIR, you know that it's E in between, not I.
In the yeah. It's about emotion. It's not about firing somebody up.
Not about intelligence, it is about emotion.
True. Being emotionally intelligent about something. Okay.
Absolutely.
We focus too much on what should you do and what should you not in the learning journey, but now I have a quick rapid fire for you, just to know you better. And see, learners, we are here to decode what makes you, Tarenu, a better speaker. So we'll ask her random questions and let's see what she has to say. Okay, I'll ask you up and let's see your response. Okay, books or movies?
Books, definitely.
Bye.
Because I've never been fond of the idiot books.
Okay. All right. Accent or clarity?
Clarity.
Clarity, wow. A lot of learners are getting their answer straightforward. Vocabulary or grammar?
Grammar.
Grammar, okay. Formal English or daily conversation skills?
Daily conversation skills.
Okay, all right. Well, the reason I asked you this is because learners have this question: should we read books or should we watch movies or shows? Should we focus a lot on our grammar or should we focus on our vocabulary? Should we pick up an accent or should we go with our natural flow? So, you've given me idea that you like books. For you, it's always clarity over accent, it's grammar over vocabulary, and conversation skills. Now, I want to know from you a person, let's take a scenario of a person who is not confident in grammar, means he feels that he commits a lot of mistakes, neither he has good hold of vocabulary. What should a person like that do?
First of all, as I said, be active listener to the question because simple baby steps at a time. When we start, when we are born, we start crawling, then we take baby steps, then we start walking till we start running. Okay, so I want all the learners because most of the learners ask me this question that now how can I be fluent in English? How long will it take? And yet the demons of the fear of speaking still hit us. Because I would say that, first of all, patience and perseverance are very important. And baby steps. First, as I said, learn to be active listener, then learn to have clear communication goals. I have to first learn how to introduce myself. Okay. Secondly, general small talk, mastering small talk. These are all baby steps, and then we can, learn. Fluency is the first part over accuracy. That is what I always focus on. And fluency, these are the things. One more thing, formula I would like to add, which is very helpful in structuring your answers, which is called the linking words formula.
Oh, yes,
Now, Shruti, can you make a fist,
surely.
right?
Here we go.
So today we are going to learn live the linking words formula. Okay.
All
First
right,
of
let's tell a bit about linking words to our learners in case they don't know it. Should we?
yes, yes. Linking words are words which connect our sentences. So, this formula will really solve your problem of speaking very effectively and efficiently. Okay, these are small connecting words. First one is and then.
Okay. And then
Yes. After that,
after that,
later on,
later on,
thereafter,
thereafter,
finally.
finally.
Right
Okay.
now, only these five. So,
Sure.
for example, if I ask anyone's routine, daily routine, so most of them will say, I usually wake up at this time. After that, I do this. And then after, I do this. After that, I do this. After that, I do this. Now, the repetition of the word after that, it confuses the learner, it confuses the person who is listening to the answer. So, if we
True.
use these small words in constructing our sentence for your daily routine, like can you use these linking words in your daily routine, Shruti, and make a structured answer?
Surely I would. In case I forget any, I don't have good memory these days, but I'll remember. Okay, so we gave some words. Then after that,
And
okay, I'll
then,
try to
yeah,
using the same words you're saying me.
yeah,
Okay.
only these 5 words because these are very simple. We have more linking words, but currently we'll just start with these 5. As I said, baby steps at a time.
Okay, so you give me one at a time. I'll try to make a sentence and use
No,
another
no,
linking.
you use all these 5 in your routine, in your daily routine.
Okay, so the first one is and then.
And then after that, later on, thereafter, finally.
Okay, all right, no problem. So I am revealing it on social media now, my daily routine. Don't take it seriously, guys. It's a bit messed up. No worries. I wake up at 7 a.m. and then I perform my morning rituals. Thereafter, I head on to my meditation or some mantra jobs that I do to keep myself updated. Post that, what was the next linking word?
Later on,
Okay, later on, I make a to do list so that it helps me keep myself on track, what kind of things I should do in a day. Next one.
after that, afterwards,
After that, I make a beeline towards my gym so that I feel pumped up for rest evening. And then after I come home, enjoy some snacks and off to bed. That's
finally,
all.
and finally you're off.
Finally, finally I'm off to bed. I just hit the sack and feel like, okay, everything is done, sorted in a day.
So, Shruti, did you use any tense, any vocabulary, any grammar in
Not at
this?
all. Not at all. Oh, I have a question relevant to as I asked you whether it's vocabulary over grammar. A learner named Rajesh Ghosh said, without large stock of words, how to explain any topic? What would you like to say on this?
I think, Rajesh, we just answered that. We just answered that. And every topic is, appropriate to the question. Suppose now topic could be so many, like, school, job, and festival. So, every topic has a relevant vocabulary for that particular topic. So we are today also going to play a game which is called the word association, and this topic will give you a lot of answers. It's
Should we
easy,
straight
like
away move?
guess
Should
straight
we
away.
do
That's a
that?
very good question, Rajesh. How did you guess that? I was thinking this in my mind to play this game with you.
So we decided that we'll not bore you up. Of course, firstly, we have given you so many structures. Anyone who is listening carefully, just type it in the chat box. What have you learned? What structures? Although we have given some mnemonics to you to remember that, pin that up so that I can see if you have elephant's memory or not. Now that Rajesh asked us a question relevant to vocabulary, we are going to play a vocabulary game. Ms. Renu, tell us what is this game all about and
Yeah,
how do we
this.
play it?
So again, this is a game where you have to think very quickly. I will give you one word, and you have to think the words associated with those words. Okay, like for example, the word is travel. Please think of the words associated with the word travel when we decide to travel. What are the other things we plan to do when we decide on travel? Can we
Miss
have
Renu,
the answers on the chat box?
yes. Yes, we can have it. Whenever any learner answers, I'm there to be their voice and bring it back to you. So, all of you out there, our game is we have given you a word, a theme. Now, whatsoever comes to your brain, if you think about travel, mention it in the chat box, and we'll see who can think. To give you a small hint, if I think about travel, the words like itinerary or budget or maybe tickets come into my brain. what comes to your brain? Please bring
Please
that
put
up
it
in the chat box.
chat box. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And Ms. Renu, meanwhile, they're answering this one, they're thinking about the words, they're contemplating the thoughts. I want to know from you how we can make our language learning fun. One is we are doing this activity. What do you do in your sessions at English Yaari?
So we play a lot of games, like we play storytelling. I guess storytelling. So many of learners want me to, teach them the public speaking skills. So public speaking always doesn't mean that you have to go on the stage and speak. Nowadays, public speaking also means that you have to, speak in a get together. You have to talk about yourself and all that. So I teach a lot of learners storytelling. How, I'll
Okay.
start one sentence of the story, and then the learner makes another sentence of the story, and then it this is a very good activity to do in the session, and then they learn the art of storytelling. And the art of storytelling is so important today because it makes a conversation interesting, relatable, and anything which is interesting and relatable is definitely very, very liked conversation. You want to
True.
hear about it. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one of the activity we do. Then, as you said, vocabulary, we definitely play a rapid fire round. When and if the learner is very hesitant of
Okay.
speaking, we will ask 10 questions in 10 seconds. Favorite food, favorite
All
book,
right.
favorite movie, favorite actor. And then I'll tell them, do the I like, no. And here I'm not testing this your speaking ability, or here I'm testing your speaking ability. I'm not testing your ability, like, if suppose I said favorite food and you said gulab jamun, even if you hate gulab jamun, just go on. But learn to be, fast and quick and rapid in your thinking. So, once you learn to think fast, you learn to, like, as I gave you the formulas. Okay, this person has asked me. Now, for example, this game, we are just playing the vocabulary game. And
Yes.
then I would answer Rajesh's question specifically for the vocabulary. So if I ask Rajesh, can you tell me a beautiful incident of your recent holiday? So he can use these vocabulary and the WH questions. Again, the second formula, that is what, where, when. So I recently went to Nainital, whom, with my family. Why did I go there for my summer vacation? We went by air. We have, done the accommodation. It was a planned trip for 7 days. That is the itinerary. Our itinerary was planned like this. Our accommodation was in a five-star hotel. Where did you stay? So again, a formula and the vocabulary associated words. So that is how you can structure that. And that's why I said that, all the answers are topic specific. So I
Yes.
cannot give,
And this also,
yes,
yeah, this also reminds me of one thing, that if you will learn random vocabulary words, you'll end up forgetting all the words probably after 2, 3 days. So it's better you hit vocabulary via topic. For example, as you told in the session, every session that we conduct has a theme. If it's about travel, you'll discuss the vocabulary relevant to travel, which will definitely stay with you for a while. And if
mm,
you're talking about storytelling, you'll tell them words relevant to the past or relevant to their expression, because stories have a lot of emotions involved, right?
yes. Yeah, one more
And
tip
one
I
of
would
the
like to give the learner, Shruti,
please.
is that, whenever they're doing public speaking or when they were doing general speaking. Now, public speaking, again, I'm emphasizing, is not on the stage. It is just speaking with someone in a group of four or five. Use anecdotes, use facts and figures, use shocking facts, use stories, just even if it is 2 or 3 lines, engage the audience, interact with the audience. Okay, suppose if you're speaking on a topic of maybe should school uniforms be banned? So, hey, how many of you love school uniforms and how many of you hate school uniforms? Involve the audience, engage the audience. This is a very simple question, but this kind of an interaction makes communication easy, and the vocabulary, suppose it's a travel vocabulary, then it is specific topic related vocabulary that will also come with the flow.
Yes. With this one learner named Ashrudeen, if I'm not saying your name incorrectly, has given a lot of words relevant to travel, shopping, backpack, check in, tickets, refreshment, exploring the spot, adventure, fun, ride, experience. Do you think the person is going at the right place? Is it the right direction? We asked him the question.
Experience, if it could be travel experience, because experiences again is not very topic specific, but yes, accommodation, itinerary. What were the other words? But yes, most of the words were very relevant.
Backpack, shopping, exploring the spot,
Backpack, shopping, sightseeing. Yes,
refreshment. This reminded me of school trips.
this is also very relevant. Refreshment. Obviously, when you whether you are traveling by train or by bus or by train, car, refreshment is an integral part.
Yes. Okay, somebody has asked a question. Raj says, we enjoy the learning process, keeping consistency in reading and listening, input as much as we can. Whenever we get the opportunity to speak, don't worry about mistakes and pronunciation. Okay, he's given a tip that you should not worry about the mistakes, you should be consistent. What do you say? Is that right? We should be consistent?
Yes, I feel that, consistency and regular practice, that is the key to perfection. Consistency and regular practice. Rome was not built in a day. Every day, again, I'm emphasizing every day baby steps, and you will know how soon you will reach your goal.
Yes. English with Suman says round trip, a ticket that allows a passenger to travel only to his or her destination. All right, thank you. Coming that up with our next game, the next word rather I'll give you. So all of you who are joining us now, let's me give you just a quick recap. So we are giving you a word or a theme. You just have to tell us the words relevant to the theme. Initially, we discussed travel, so all the possible words that you could think of on the top of your head related to travel, you can share. Now, the next word, please, Miss Renu, what should be the next word for them?
Very simple word, which we do with food. We eat in our everyday
Food.
food.
Okay, all
It could
right.
be
You've asked this
methods of
question.
cooking. It could be methods of cooking. It could be the taste. So it has got a vast vocabulary.
Okay, what kind of words can you think when you hear this word food? Firstly, I think mouth watering is a word that comes to my brain.
Yes,
It's evening time, all of you. Uh, Begin with belief says, hi, good evening. I'm eagerly waiting to have session with you. All right, no worries. You just have to do one thing. You download the EnglishYaari app and you'll find Tutor Renu directly there. Get her slot, take a session, and she'll help you with all those tips in one-on-one session. Right, Miss Renu. So the
yes.
word is food. Think
Food.
about food randomly. Whatsoever words are coming in your brain, just put it here in the chat box. The best part is nobody is judging you here. We can just see your response, give your name, but there are so many people with a common name. All right, Mr. Renu, I'll just try to be back at the question where we dropped this conversation. You told that consistent practice brings result, right? Now,
Absolutely.
imagine I'm going to gym or I'm doing yoga. My posture isn't correct, but I'm doing that every day. Okay. People say consistency. I'm doing that consistently, but my body posture is not right when I'm performing it. There are some asanas to be performed in a particular way. I'm not doing that. Will I see a result?
Definitely. And again, baby steps is the key. Probably you will see results in your breathing pattern. Maybe you are able to hold your breath for a longer time. Maybe you are able to hold the asana or, get little bit of accurateness in the asana by just, one more stretch. Maybe you're bending a little more. Maybe you're stretching a little more. And the very fact of dressing in that gym gear and going to the gym, that itself is half the job done. Because I think I'm also regular in the gym. I do my Pilates and everything. And sometimes when I feel that I don't feel like going, I enter into my Pilates room and the energy comes, you feel like doing it. So this is something new. When you attend the sessions, you will feel like, yeah, how this 25 minutes passed away. It seemed that, so many of learners say that, such a short time, how did this time pass away?
Yeah, they feel okay, the session is about to end. You see them
Yes,
frowning. Okay, that's it. So I'm like, yeah, you were so engrossed in the conversation, you didn't realize that the time is up. But
yes,
yes, that's true. The moment you put yourself in the situation, for example, when I sit on my desk, I'm already in the game zone on means, okay, now it's my workstation. I am going to work. Nothing wrong. The same way as you said, when learners are in the session, they're in just one place and then the journey itself continues. Right.
absolutely. And I think in no time, I've seen it with all learners. I'll not even say I have learned that. I've seen that with few learners. I've seen that with all learners. Now, see, I have a teaching experience of almost 23 years, not only about English teaching, about even Balvitas teaching. And I've seen with the consistency, even a 3-year-old child, a 4-year-old child has achieved more results because of the consistency and dedication. And that is the key.
True that. So we asked them a question, we left them with a thought. What comes to your brain when you think about food? A lot of learners have given their responses. I want your attention there. Voice
Let's take
dynamic English. Yeah, what a name. Thank you. It says savoring. The word savoring. Sanket says delicious. Ashrudin has given again a lot of street food, mouth watering, spicy, diet. Veg or non-veg, healthy, farmers, multi-cuisine, chef, food vloggers, and restaurants. Okay, so he's given a divergent answer. Anything that's
Hey,
wrong?
no, everything is right. Hey, learners, also rack your brains on thinking about the methods of cooking. Food is
Yes.
sauteing, boiling, grilling, and our Indian deep frying.
Oh, we love it. Guilty pleasure.
How many of you love pakoras?
Oh, okay. Voice dynamic also gave a word nutrition. Okay, well, we were talking about deep frying process, and now that you've told about nutrition,
No, these are all words associated with the vocabulary, food, and associated
okay.
vocabulary.
Vinay
Great.
Kumar says relished. Wow, a good word. Yes, of course. See, why are we asking you to write all these things is because, firstly, thank you so much for the comments that you all are putting. I see a lot of learners over here on the platform. Okay, the reason we asked you a question is so that your brain can just think. It's no brainer. You just sit randomly give words to yourself or theme to yourself. Hobbies, what can I think about? Or maybe decor. Now you name some of the things. Automatically you will be well versed with some of the structures. Mr. Many times it happens with us, and I want to know from you.
Yes.
We know words. If somebody uses it, let's suppose I hear you speaking the words, I'm like, oh, even I know this, but I never use this word. So why it happens with us? We know the words, but we never use it in our vocabulary statements. Why?
So, Shruti, first simple words, simple vocabulary for cooking, like, boiling, grilling. We don't need to go in for, like, sauteing and other form of vocabulary. Simple words. And when we are especially when we are in talk with a live tutor, when you talk to a live tutor, you will say a simple word and your teacher will give you the slightly advanced vocabulary for it. So when you talk about it next time, you will always remember it. Okay, okay, today I can use this word instead of this. And that will remain in your mind. Because we as non-native speakers and we as Indians are born and blessed with intelligent minds and good memory. Each and every one of us is like that. So,
She's telling us about our things that we already have. Come on, let's bring that up. Okay.
So I'm very confident in all my learners that, once they start the live session, especially the English Yaari sessions are so fruitful in bringing out the best in the vocabulary in terms of brainstorming. Look at yourself, how well you have brainstormed. And then comes the articulation part with the help of these simple formulas to make your answers precise and more
Until
impactful.
now, we are getting so many answers. The moment you ask about pakoras, I see Vinay says me. Voice dynamic says rainy season and pakoras the best. Uh, Saeed says appetizers. Yes. Raj says I love pakoras. Okay. Guys, I believe post that I need to have some deep fried food because of your words. Somebody has said desserts. Brunch, lunch plus breakfast. Yeah, you can also think about that. You can think about
Yes,
meals. You can think about one. I think nobody mentioned about flavors. Please have a
yes,
bit research about flavors as well. You can explain tangy, salty, bland. You can always have different flavors you can share. Okay, no worries. Now that you have all write it, um, yes. Somebody says if you could adjust your voice,
my
just
voice,
confirm.
my
Yes.
voice. Is it okay now?
Now it's perfect. I can hear you. I can
All
hear
right.
you clearly. Yes, maybe they were hearing a bit low. No worries.
Yes,
We were speaking bit slow. Don't worry, guys. We are fully pumped up. Okay,
yes,
we asked a lot of questions to you about the formulas. You gave structures. Then we discussed how vocabulary games can be played. Some you think of the word and then some things relevant to it. It could be sky. It could be nature. Then you link it together. And I asked some of the common doubts people have. I want you to give one daily habit or any activity that people can do to improve their English. Means this is something which would not take a lot of time from them. For example, one is such, we think of a word or think of a situation, start narrating. What else can they do on the daily basis?
yes. One is brainstorming. Second is word expansion. Word expansion is
Okay.
something, we can create so many words. Again, it is a kind of brainstorming. For example, I'll give you a word pronunciation. Can you put it on the chat box, Shruti?
Sure, no worries. Our team would put it in the chat. Just the word is pronunciation. Let's keep that in capital. So, what they have to do of this word?
They have to make as many words as they can from this one word.
Okay, this word. All right. We are putting this word in the chat box. The word is pronunciation. Think how many words can you make out of it. For example, if I could just tell them, it can be on. I can just take a preposition on out of pronunciation. What other words can you think of from this very word? Okay. Yes, we have already pasted in the chat box and we have pinned this comment as well. So, word for you is pronunciation. Think of how many words can I encounter and can get. Okay, Vinay says noun. Is this right?
Yes, it is.
Can we use noun? Okay, all right. People are writing their responses. Meanwhile, there's a question. Reading newspapers uh, help you improve your English. Does reading newspapers help, Miss Renu?
Yes, does especially the editorial column of newspapers, that is pretty good. But you know what? Again, I would say that when we learn with the medium, when we learn with a direct teacher, and we make our consistent practice, that is the best form of learning. And I like to tackle the learner's needs and goals there and then. They have this limited 25 minutes time. They're all working professionals. Okay, so their need is interview skills. Let's hit the ground running. Let's start with the interview there and then. They want to learn about, tomorrow they have to give a presentation. They have to give a talk in front of so many people. So let us learn first mastering small talk and how will you give that particular topic. So, regular practice is the only key I would like to give, like, how you can improve your English. If you have people whom you can practice with, very good. If you don't, we are here for you.
Definitely. Exactly. I agree completely with it. Meanwhile, they have written their answers noun, pronoun, action. Vinay, okay, Vinay is on fire, has given four words auction. Ashrudin says nation. Okay.
Nation,
And
yes.
the one says on. Okay, on is cheating. I gave you on. So you cannot use on anymore. All right. Somebody says, why are you not coming as a tutor on the platform? We are coming live every Sunday. Don't worry. Just show your love. We'll bring different tutors. Oh, Ashrudin has been little insightful in this. He has used some small words. Put, not, or, art. Okay. How come art from pronunciation, Ashrudin? I doubt. We did,
Yeah, yeah,
can
it is
we
right.
use? Yeah,
Shruti,
yeah, we can.
A-R-T-R.
Ah, nice. I wasn't able to think about it. Nice.
I'm
Great.
so
Art.
proud to see the brainstorming and the creativity of students. They are asking me questions. See how well they are formulating the answers so fast.
Yes, exactly. And there's a comment for you when I says you nailed Renuji. Wow. A comment for you. You nailed
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Amazing. And it's been a wonderful session. We have been live since 49 minutes. Now we are over to cross 50 minutes for the session. Thank you. Thank you for being here, being patient. A quick overview, what did we discuss today? And then we'll wrap up with the questions that you may have. Okay. Now, Ms. Renu, would you like to quickly summarize what did we do in today's session?
Yes. So, few tips. First of all, as I said, I'm just repeating and recapitulating what we just learned in the session. That to we always think that how we can be fluent in English. First of all, we need to be active listeners. Power of effective pauses in our conversation. Make your answers simple, precise, coherent. Coherent is the art of structuring the answer. That means using the right linking words, using the formulas, IMC, FER, linking words. I do not want to give you very long tips and advices. If that much you can remember, you will nail it.
Yes, exactly. Next time, think about, and the best tip from the session, which I can share from what I've learned from Tutor Renu, is that many times the answer is just in the question. You should listen to the question carefully, and you'll be able to gauge some words out there and then start. Keep it as simple as possible. No fancy things. Be the master of basics first and then take it forward. We can always explore more in the language, but the basics should be clear with everybody. Right? There's no point of using heavy words when your basics are not right. That's why you chose, I think, grammar over vocabulary. Right?
Very beautifully summarized, Shruti. That was really nice of you to summarize it in a very short and crisp and clear format.
Yes, Vinay says please conduct more more Sunday lives. Surely this is a talk show where we will be discussing different things, different activities. The point is of the whole session, it's different from live session is because in this talk show we are going to bring you one guest at a time, an experienced tutor from EnglishYaari, so that you know the tutor more. You can hear tips and tricks from so many people, but here what they actually teach in the sessions, what they believe in, they share their knowledge. As tutor Renu shared, these are some of the secret things our learners know, but today she has been so open, so raw, that she shared everything with you all. Now we are going to bring more such sessions, don't worry. Thank you for appreciation. I see a lot of you commenting, and a special thanks to you, Miss Renu, for sharing your story, your energy, the wisdom with us today. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much, Shruti, and thank you to all the learners for this such keen and enthusiastic participation. And I would say that, you are so good at thinking, you are so good at brainstorming, which, brings me back to the point that we Indians are really smart and we can really make everything very easy if we put our heart into it. Learning is also very easy.
Exactly, that's so true. So, thank you everybody once again for all of you who have been a part of us right from this beginning. We'll see you again next Sunday, 7 p.m. sharp, with another inspiring tutor from English Yaari family. Till then, keep practicing, keep focusing on what did we discuss today, keep a note of it, and remember that at English Yaari, it's not just about grammar, vocabulary, it's about your true growth with amazing tutors like tutor Renu Dayal. Till then, we wish you all the best. Keep learning. Any words, final words from your end, Miss Renu?
Yes. Always remember the purpose of learning a language is to make communication easy. Nothing more, nothing less.
Beautiful. On this note, thank you so much everyone for joining us. Till then, wish you great evening ahead, and I'll see you in the next Sunday live. You can also comment what other tutors would you like to see with me, and till then, enjoy your journey. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much, Ms.
so
Renu,
much.
once
Good
again.
night. Thank you.
Good night.
Welcome. Bye.